a true buzzer beater in the Tampa and Florida game, the Battle of Florida. And in this case, you've got the Florida Panthers now heading on the road against the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions down in a 2-0 hole. Man, that just felt like a soul-sucking loss for the Panthers, Matt, and they seem to be in a really tough spot moving forward.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough to come back from that. And also, shout out to Ross Colton. That's 3 game-winning goals in the past 2 postseasons, 118th overall pick in the draft. Pretty amazing how Tampa finds these guys, develop their depth players. But if I'm looking at the Panthers right now, I'm sort of getting deja vu about the start of the Washington series. And what I mean is the Panthers, they look a little soft to me. And I think they're sort of learning what happens when you go against a heavier team. The Washington Capitals were the 4th heaviest team in the NHL. They lose Tom Wilson, which I think changes that series. And now the Tampa Bay Lightning, that is the heaviest team in the NHL. And to me, they just are showing what it takes to win. They have the killer instinct. Great stat from Joe Smith of The Athletic. 21 blocked shots, but 13 different players blocked a shot in game 2. So I'm a little nervous if I'm a Panthers fan. I think they really needed that game, especially because of the fact we know Tampa Bay, even if they lose game 3 at home, it's 17-0 now in the last 3 postseasons following a loss.
Yeah, and you look at it, 13 different players blocked shots, Matt. 5 of them went down the tunnel, certainly willing to pay the price for their efforts. And, you know, we've talked and touched briefly on the Florida power play and just how abysmal that's been. We'll touch on it a little bit later as well with John Goyens, our resident coach at Daily Faceoff and playoff contributor. But 0 for 25, you know, the word that Andrew Brunette used was unbelievable, that he can't believe that this is how this has played out for the Panthers. It's bordering on historic in terms of how many opportunities they've had, how little success they've had. And it's not the only difference, but if you could get a couple power play goals, it would seem to make a major difference in this series, which has been really tight so far.
It's true. And it's interesting. You look at special teams in general. Also, the penalty kill has been atrocious in the playoffs. And you look at Tampa Bay in the Leafs series. Their power play started that series cold. They made adjustments. They have a veteran coach in John Cooper. They've been in these battles. They've been in these deep waters. They're able to find a way to sort of shake it off. Whereas I think the Panthers, it might be a mental block right now, and they're in their head. And I think even the last play, that final play, it's a microcosm of the series so far. You have Gustav Forsling. He takes 2 seconds off because they're waiting for that final horn. Nikita Kucherov's playing to that final horn. He's the guy who's battle-tested, battle-hardened, and the Lightning, they play an extra 3 seconds, and that's enough to win game 2.
Yeah, and the Panthers had plenty of chances to get the puck out of their own end as well. You mentioned, where do the Lightning find these guys like Ross Colton? How does Nikita Kucherov find Ross Colton with that pass? Unbelievable stuff.